Hey, y'all. Good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is where you're at. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How are y'all today? So, we're going to be talking about getting the attention that you want as I do my makeup. Okay, so I'm just putting on my sunscreen slash moisturizer, and most of the products that I'm going to be using are going to be linked in my beauty items I suggest in the description. So, just check that out later. But how to get the attention that you want. Okay. First and foremost, you got to give it the attention to yourself first. That means you got to take time, effort, and energy in looking good and feeling good, because people can always tell when your mood is off as well. So you need to get in a good headspace while you're doing your makeup and your hair. You need to be playing nice music, listening to encouraging things like my videos, laughing, just being in an upward mood versus a desperate or needy mood. You need to boost your energy as well as your looks. Okay, because you can put makeup on, but if you're sitting there looking all gloomy and sad and people can sense desperation within you, you're not going to be as attractive as you could if you look like you're living your best life. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get that, also that main character energy, and that positive main character energy of living your best life, because people can sense that. And when people can sense that you're living your best life, they feel that you can help them live their best life. You know what I'm saying? Because you're already in a good mood. You're just going to bring more happiness and goodness into the other person's life that may approach you. And they feel like, okay, if I approach this person, they look like they're having the best time ever. They're glowing, they're shining, they're happy, they're beautiful. I want some of that in my life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I tell y'all ladies, when y'all go out, y'all have to give that energy. Like, y'all have to push out that I'm living my best life energy. Not as far as, I don't need anything from you, but I'm what you need, basically. I'm what you need. Like, that's the energy y'all need to be giving out. I'm what you need. You want some of this. You ain't never had a woman like me before. This is an experience. You get it? So you have to be giving out that energy when you are freestyling, when you're doing social events, when wherever you are going. You just need to have that energy, because people can feel that, and that's what makes you more attractive and magnetic to people, aside from your looks. Okay? So you need to have both. You want to be doing the most. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I hope y'all wrote that down, because a lot of y'all are so defeated already in your mind. And some of y'all need to, make sure that you're not walking around looking defeated. You got to walk around looking like you're the prize. And that has nothing to do with, the level of beauty you have, but it has everything to do with the level of how you think about yourself and how you treat yourself as well. So you got to treat yourself good, and you have to get the attention that you want by giving it to yourself first and foremost. That's number one. So walking around with the energetic attitude of living your best life will make other people feel like being a part of your life is going to make theirs better. So that's what attracts more people. It's the fantasy, and it's the excitement. It's the adventure of living a better life due to another person coming in and bringing in that excitement. Okay. So that's what you want to become when you are out and about. That's what makes people approach you, because they feel like, okay, well, this is different. This woman seems like she's living her best life. She's exciting. She looks like she's fun. That's someone that I want to get to know, especially when people are out trying to make new friends or be social. They're not going to just pick the blah humdrum people. I mean, those are boring people, right? If you're going to be out there trying to make a friend or meet a new woman or whatever, you want something exciting, not something blah that blends into the background and that doesn't bring any life to your, bring any life to your situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's what y'all got to do. Y'all got to be like some people say, oh, I can't go out alone. I can't freestyle. I can't sit at a bar alone. Okay. Well, a woman that is living her best life and enjoying life can pretty much do whatever she wants without worrying about what people think. And that's another thing that draws in, especially rich men, confidence within yourself to go anywhere and do what you want and live your best life. That is very attractive in a woman. Now, let me tell you why. Because she doesn't need anyone else. They need her. Okay. You look like you're on a break from company. You look like you're on a break from a bunch of people. You look like you're just living your best life, absorbing the ambiance, basking in the beautiful lighting that makes your features pop or whatever. You look like you want to be there, not like you're desperate and worried about what everyone's thinking. So that's how you get the attention that you want, by having the right attitude and feeling the right way about yourself when you're doing pretty much anything. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He says women, okay, GL Lambert says women can make the first move, but you say always. That's written by a man. Of course, a man wants you to make the first move. But if you're the true prize, you don't make no moves. You just look good and you attract. Just because a book is, has some good stuff in it, it doesn't mean that it's in your best interest. It literally, if it's written by a man, it is against nature for a woman to chase a man. Sperm don't chase egg, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Actually, sperm does chase egg. Egg don't chase sperm. If you just go by nature, you will always be right. Okay. You know why men say it's okay for a woman to approach? Because they want to sleep with you. Any man will tell you it's okay for a woman to approach. Why? Because they know you want to sleep with them, and it makes them easy. It makes it easier to get that closer. If a woman steps to you, if I was a man and a woman walked up to me, she wanted. You know what I'm saying? I know what you want. At least I think I know what you want. Why are you stepping up to me if you don't want, to roll around on the mattress? Okay. When should you let him know you have a kid? When he is going to be in your life long term. If he's not going to be there a long time, he don't ever need to know, right? So when he starts talking serious, when he starts paying serious bills, when he starts investing seriously in you and his future together, then you tell him, because he don't need to know otherwise. I mean, if y'all are just going to go eat dinner a couple of times, he's going to take you shopping a few times and pay a few of your bills. He never needs to know, unless he's serious about taking the next step towards, a long-term, relationship where he's going to be a provider fully. Okay. Because you can't introduce everybody to your kids, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And you can't tell everybody about you having kids, because they're going to get the wrong impression, or they're going to start treating you a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So why even bring that into the equation when it doesn't matter? Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So yeah, get the attention that you want by being exactly what people are looking for. And that most people are looking for people that are going to bring excitement and adventure, mystery, and all that into their lives. So that's what you want to be when people see you out and about. That's what you want to be. You don't want to be an open book, a boring story. You don't want to be an autobiography, and you don't want to look like you blend into the back of the wall. You got to have something striking about yourself, no matter what. You got to find your signature. Y'all know my signature. You know my signature? Check it out. So Gerard Cosmetics and I have paired up to create my SheRaSeven favorites. Okay, so these are my signatures. This is my signature. My iconic red lip, my iconic wing liner. I have some like pink pressed under eye brightening powder. of course, and some setting spray and a brush. So if y'all want to go ahead and pick this up so y'all can also do the most, I'm going to link it here, and it's also the first link in the description bar. So thank you, Gerard Cosmetics, for this collab. So let me show y'all what's in the box. Okay. So you're going to get your box. It's going to come with my little insert, my little card with all my favorites from Gerard Cosmetics. This is what it's going to look like. So what you're going to get is a Slay All Day setting spray. And okay, this one is green tea. So they are scented. This one is green tea. And then of course my iconic liner. You're going to get a black liner, liquid liner. Then you're going to get my iconic red lipstick. It's in a hydro matte, and it's going to be in the color Ruby Slipper. Y'all love that color because y'all always ask me what it is. And then you're going to get this blurring powder called Slay the Bake, and it's a pink under eye. You can use it all over your face, but it's one of my favorite powders by Gerard Cosmetics. And then this beautiful wooden natural bristle brush. Look at that. For your powder. So definitely do that. Okay, so this is the powder looks like. It's that really pretty pink brightening under eye powder. I use it all over my face, but it's really nice, and it just makes you look like you have on a filter. Y'all gonna see I'm gonna use it. See, I'm almost out. I'm glad they sent me another because look at that. I used it all. Okay. And then here is the little green tea Slay All Day setting spray. It's like a mini. I like that because I could put it in my makeup bag when I travel. Wonderful. Then this Eternal eyeliner. That's where I get that sharp wing. And this is my favorite red lipstick, y'all. Look at that. It's called Ruby Slipper, and it's a hydro match. So I'm going to be doing this look today with my Gerard Cosmetics Fierce favorites. Y'all need to go ahead and get that. So I'm going to link it one more time. So yes, be striking. Have something about yourself that lures people in. It might be my red lips. It may be my wing liner. We don't know, but the mystery remains. You said tips to show up for a man that's given 10K. What do you mean show up? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Show up to the date. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. You in his life. That's why he's giving you money. Do you work for him? Y'all be trying to do too much, and I keep telling y'all, stop it. All right, show up to the date, man. Look good. Use the 10K to make yourself look better and invest most of it to start a business. Okay, there you go. Improve yourself. Y'all keep asking what y'all can do for a man. How can I show up for a man? Show up to the date looking good. Look like he can look like he has the money to spoil you with, so he'll continue to spoil you. Okay. Tell him thank you and that he's so sweet and kind and generous. Okay, that's all you need to do. Stop trying to do too much. Y'all be trying to do too much and to get on my nerve. You don't need to do nothing but show up and continue to be you. That's how you got the money in the first place. All right. What was I doing? All right. So I need some blush. Just going to put on a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Yes. Anyway, so if y'all really want to do something nice for a man, live your best life, because that's what men love to see. Because if they feel like you're living your best life, it's gonna rub off on them and help them to live their best life by following, how you do things. Okay, think about this. Whenever a woman moves in with a man or they get married, the man's life automatically improves. The decor in the home automatically improves. The feeling of the home automatically improves. That's the same thing that happens when you enter a man's life. It automatically improves. That's why we don't bring nothing to the table. Okay. It's automatic. It's all of that. Every time we go somewhere, We want to do a little bit extra. We want to do this. We want to do it. We introduce them to so many new things that they never even thought of. And we make them, enjoy life more than they could sitting there by themselves. So we are definitely the prize. And to get the attention that you want, you need to act like it instead of acting in desperation as if you need a man when they need you. Okay? Got to flip the script, because some of y'all are walking around like y'all need a man. They need us, baby. 100%. They need us. Okay? So stop acting like you need them. You can have all of them if you wanted them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So act like it. Act like when you go out of the house with the audacity. That's what people love. That you can have whatever you want. You go out of the house acting like that, that's how they're going to treat you. Being desperate and taking the first thing that comes in your way is giving off desperate energy. So you want to be a little bit picky. You want your standards to be high. Why? Because they need you. And if you are giving off the energy that they need you, they're going to feel that. They're going to be like, dang, I need someone in my life like that. If you act like they need you, instead of acting like you need them, you're going to see that shift on how people treat you. Okay. You're going to see the shift on how people treat you when you act like they need you and not the other way around. And I'm telling y'all something, so y'all listen. Now, when you need them, now listen to this. So when you do need them and you present a need, they want to hop and jump on it with quickness because they feel like they need you so much. I need her so much. I need her so much. And when they start feeling that, and all of a sudden now you need them, now they feel like your energy has rubbed off and now they're needed. And now it's their time to shine and show who they really are and why you need to be in their life as well. So now it's their turn to reciprocate with whatever it is that you need from them. Okay. Now it's time to get their money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I'm going to be using this little pink powder for my under eye. So that's what I'm telling y'all. When y'all are ready, y'all will learn how to give this vibe on a call. It's hard to give it on a call because they don't see you and they don't feel you. They don't see that energy. That's why I tell y'all not to meet people online. You got to meet them in real life. That's where the chemistry and the feelings are real. Can't meet people online. I mean, think about this. Have you ever met someone online and y'all totally got along? You thought it was going to be the best thing ever. And then when you met them in person, it was like the total opposite. That's because y'all aren't feeling the same types of things. Okay. Y'all have to meet in person. And if you meet in person first, then you can possibly use the phone or texts because you've already met them and you know that there's chemistry. If there's zero chemistry, it's never going to work. So in order to create that chemistry, you need to meet in person. Okay. In person. Gotta beat these dudes online. Okay. You meet in person, you're able to do a lot more and get a lot more. Why? Because they actually approached you in real life and you look like what you are supposed to look like to them. And you attracted them naturally without filters or AI or whatever, So you got to meet in person. So I tell y'all to go out and hang out. And if y'all follow me on Instagram, I reposted this one reel of this lady, and she was like, y'all need to stay out of the clubs and doing this. Y'all need to just go and dilly-dally. And she was like walking around in her bougie outfit at the country club, at the pool, at, just like a nice shopping center in a rich side of town, just in her little sunglasses and little summer outfit, just walking around dillying and dallying. Okay. That, you can get approached a lot faster that way by someone with actual money, and you look like you're enjoying your life as well. So definitely something that y'all need to start looking into. This online dating is literally not doing so well right now. I saw this one uh article, and it was saying that people were like logging off and not using dating apps as much anymore because it's not leading anywhere. And usually the dating apps are just making money off the sponsors that pay to advertise on the dating app. And you know, they really don't care if you find a man or not, or if you make a match or not. They're just using it to advertise to you, which is fine, but they're not in your best interests. They're to keep you coming back, not to get you off of them. Okay. Why does your boyfriend befriend every guy who checks me out at the gym or at the gatherings? Should I be doing the same thing on the flip side? No, but maybe it's his way of coping with his insecurity in a positive way. I mean, I kind of think that's interesting. You know how they say keep your enemies closer? That's what he's trying to do, girl. Okay. He's like, not on my watch. I think it's kind of cute. And should you be doing the same thing? Perhaps. But that's like if you befriend people that like your man, sometimes, that might not work to your best interest, but sometimes it will. Because if they start asking a lot of questions about them, now they're really interested. So I don't know. That's up to you whether you want to deal with all those people or not. Because I don't want to deal with too many people in my life. So that's up to you. Maybe the one that you act like you feel like you should befriend. I don't know, but I wouldn't be befriending too many people unless they're beneficial to my life. Just choose the ones that are, decent, and you feel like they could actually be someone you could actually get along with. But don't bring them around your man. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to bring down dating apps or nothing. I'm just saying that they're not working for y'all. So why y'all keep doing the same thing that's not working? Mm-hmm. How to deal with chronic laziness. Nervous about asking this publicly. Girl, I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, but diet is very important when it comes to energy levels. Okay. And I don't know if you're a meat eater, and no offense against meat eaters, but scientifically, it does take your body more energy to break down meat and to digest meat than it does just vegetables or, you know, plant-based products. So maybe lessen the amount of meat that you intake, maybe do smaller amounts of because like that also it takes your body a lot. And also if you're eating a lot of toxic foods, the organs in your body have to work extra hard to take the toxins out of the food, to digest the meat, to do so. If your body is working, and if you take a lot of medications, and if you drink, if you do a lot of things that are toxic, your body literally has to work overtime to detox and to digest. And if you're putting toxic food after toxic food and medication on top of alcohol, you're going to be depleted, and you're going to feel lazy and lethargic because your body is just literally trying to get all the stuff out that you put in, literally. So I would say someone says smaller portions. Smaller portions, more vegetables, and less toxins. Now, if y'all don't know, dairy is a toxin. So less dairy. Okay. Thank you, Lady Divine Lady Dior. Sprinkle, sprinkle. More ideas on how to be mean to men or be mean playful. Nice, nasty, darling. Okay. Say what have your standards high. Having high standards is not mean. What's mean is when people try to lower your standards. So it's not mean if you already just have high standards and you just stick with those. If they try to lower your standards and they say you're mean, just like, oh no, I'm not mean. Those are just my standards. If you can't meet them, I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do about that. Because most of the time, women aren't mean. They just have high standards and that people are uncomfortable with and criticize women for having the high standards. And then they want to just call them mean because they can't reach the standards. So be mean by having high standards and not bending them. You can be nice about it. Like, oh, I'm so sorry you don't agree with my high standards, or I'm sorry you don't agree with my standards, but they're my standards. Not being mean. I'm just, it's how I've always been. My standards are high. Can't reach them. So sorry for you. So they always want to call people mean with high standards. If you're mean, most women aren't mean naturally unless people are trying to get them to do more than what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? You dating somebody's daddy now. I know that's right, Shelly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Men can't change your standards. They can only meet them or surpass them. Okay. Real men don't want to change your standards. They want to meet them or surpass them. Only broke, dusty boys want you to lower your standards for them. Okay. So it's the equivalent to someone begging for a discount and they can't afford what your, what the store prices are. Just go to Walmart. Okay. It's like somebody going to Chanel asking for the Walmart price. They don't go together. You leave and come back when you got it. Bye. So it's not being mean. It's just, date within your budget, sir. Got you a provider. 37 owns a roofing company. He got you new tires, nails, 3 dozen roses. Thank you, Shira, for empowering women. You are making an impact. I'm so happy for you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's nice. All right. That is nice. I know that's right. Congrats, ma'am. So what do you do when your boyfriend who you live with and fully provides complains about spending even when it's not a lot? Tell him he needs another stream of income so he doesn't have to worry about spending money. Mm-hmm. Tell him to talk to a financial advisor on how to grow his money or what he already got and the best ways to invest so he doesn't have to worry about it. Tell him that complaining about spending is poverty mind and that he needs to get into the better mindset so he can earn more money and make more money and attract more money. Because if you're always complaining about spending money, it means that you're ungrateful for having the money to spend in the first place. And that's putting negative energy out towards your finances, if you believe in all that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, anybody that complains about spending a lot of money is scared it ain't coming back to them. So he needs to get in the right mindset, the wealthy mindset, not the broke mindset. And maybe if you find a video or something to explain it to him, maybe he'll get it. Maybe he'll understand that you're his muse to earn more money. Maybe he'll understand that without a woman to provide for, he'll just take the bare minimum and live a mediocre life. But, women are usually in men's lives to push them to the next level financially. So most men wouldn't even be rich if they didn't have a woman to impress. Okay. Was feeling sad today about your dating circumstances, been stagnant for 7 months, but then your live started, and I thank you for your advice and helping women. Thank you, keeping up with Key. Sprinkle, sprinkle, appreciate you. How should you freestyle when you're always in a different country, 2 to 3 months per country? You're a model, 21 years old. How do I dress with submissive men? For submissive men. Okay, go to the places where the men have money, and then you dress however you want. You're a model. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Most men are going to see you as a trophy anyway, so dress like one. If you're a model, most men are just going to want to date you because you're a model, not for any other reason. And I think a lot of women who are models run into this problem. So if you're sick and tired of that, don't tell them you're a model. Because like whenever a man describes like some woman that he's dating, he always like, especially if she's a model, he always leads with that first, you know, as if you're a disposable rental property, you know? So I wouldn't tell men that you're a model. I would just say you're doing something else. That way they feel, first of all, they feel like they have a chance and that other men aren't coveting you as an object. So, you know, as much as they do models. Okay. That's just my advice. But go to the places where you know the rich people are and don't tell them you're a model. When should you let him know I'm not from the US? When he asks. And if he asks right away, then don't tell him. Okay, tell him later. Okay. Sprinkle. You said you're scared that they're not going to take you seriously. They should be scared you're not taking them seriously. So the whole persona that you need to create to get the attention that you want is the one that you're going to get the best response from. Like if you want someone to take you seriously, you got to take yourself seriously. Okay. That means you got to have high standards. And having high standards and taking yourself seriously allows other people to do the same thing. Have you ever met a guy who was very smart, intelligent, rich, powerful? They took themselves seriously. They acted like they were, you know? So as a woman, you got to do the same thing. You can't be this moldable, you know, doormat. You have to have some type of purpose and standard in order for men to take you seriously. Okay. Like for me, when I was young, a lot of men loved the fact that I was very morbid and worked with dead bodies. I don't know why, but they were like intrigued by the mystery of it all. So there was something about me that most other women didn't have. It's a mystery, you know? So have something about you that most other women it's not very common. Don't be a carbon copy of the next chick. I'm trying to tell y'all. Even if you have to make up some lies, do it. Okay, you paid the old goat paid for things, but also expected you to cover part. What? You dumped him for that, but now I miss the benefits. What do I do when he begs me back? Tell him if re-entry fee and that you're not paying for nothing. Either he got it or he ain't got it. Tell him you don't do that 50-50, especially with no old goat. Okay. Re-entry fee, and if he ain't got it, leave you alone. Sometimes you gotta keep your standards high. Okay. People will try to test you. People will test you to see if you're gonna lower your standards for them. And look, it's not that you won't lower them because you don't like them. It's because you love yourself more. Okay. Lowering your standards for another person is not self-love. Okay. It's not self-love. If a man wants you to lower yourself for him, he's not good enough for you. If a man wants you to lower your standards for him, he ain't good enough for you. So old goat needs to pay the re-entry fee and for everything else. No excuses, ma'am. Sprinkle. He too old and wise and he's a goat. He knows by now it costs. Women ain't free. And if you can't provide, step aside. All right. Sprinkle. You spotted a great target who was married. So what? Rich and old, he looked in awe, but did not approach. So I dropped my coffee on myself and he took great care how to take things further to make him open up. Actually, that's on his side. Like if all he can think about is you, he'll find a way to communicate. You know what I mean? But that's literally up to him. You're not supposed to be like chasing him. He has to chase you in order for you to be able to get anything out of it. Because if you chase him, it looks like you're desperate for a married man. You know, the married man's supposed to be desperate for you and chase you. That's how you get what you want. Okay. Good luck with that. Sprinkle. All right. So now I'm gonna do my eyes. Also, like if y'all are gonna shop on the SheRaSeven Cosmetics website, if y'all gonna buy something else besides my kit, like if you're going to throw something else in the cart in addition to my favorites, use the code SPRINKLE and you'll get a little discount. I think like 20%. All right. Yeah, never chase a man. So here's my little favorites from SheRaSeven Cosmetics, and I'm using their little eye base right now, which is not part of the favorites kit, but it is on the website. And if you use the code SPRINKLE, you can get you 20. Oh my gosh. Oh, you could get a discount on the other products. I think I put too much on this one. This is some good color. You could probably cover a tattoo with that. It's also a concealer too. So if you have like really dark under eyes, this will do it. You have other colors too. So this will definitely do that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Where's mine? Sprinkle, sprinkle for the wisdom. Thank you for the education. Thank you, Emily. Appreciate you. You said how to get money out of men if you're married. You mean other men or your husband? Look good, ma'am. And don't tell them you're married. You know, a lot of guys, sometimes they just want to impress a woman. They don't really want to, sometimes they don't even care about being in a relationship. Sometimes they just want to impress you or do something nice for you. And if they don't know you're married, or if they do know you're married and they're trying to compete somehow, some way, I don't know, they'll just give you money, you know? It's weird, but they will. A lot of women don't understand this, but when I tell y'all, when a man likes you, no matter what, if they want to impress you and they know money impresses you, this is the kicker now. If they know gifts and money is the only way to impress you, and they like you, whether you're married or not, or they want to be, you know, in your presence, and they want to impress you, they know what they got to do. That's why I say talk, speak what you like. Talk, you know, for the lifestyle that you want. Don't be timid. Don't act like you don't want nothing, or like you don't like nice things. Act like you like nice things, and that's the only thing that can impress you. See, a lot of women are scared to look toxic or like a gold digger. And so that's what they get treated like. Somebody that doesn't want or require much in life. And sometimes that's why people ask you to pay, because they already know you fear looking like a gold digger, or you fear looking like, you know, you're greedy. I don't fear that. In fact, I would be appalled and insulted. How to know if he's going to spend and when he's spending? When you get him to spend, that's how you know. You can't figure it out unless he does it. Advice to a 21-year-old nurse: got rid of a dusty. You got rid of him? Wonderful. Now, only date men that make way more money than you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're asking how to get rid of him, a fake eviction notice, or tell him that Aunt Ethel is moving in and he's going to have to take care of her while you're at work. Aunt Ethel is a fictional older woman that we use in our lives to make situations elevated enough to get more money or get results. So in this case, if you lie and say some old lady is to come to live with y'all, especially if y'all live together, he's going to have to take care of her while you're at work, he's going to definitely be out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just make up a lie, man. But if you got rid of the dusty, only deal with men that make more money than you. Okay, that's the key. They can't impress you or do anything for you if they don't make more money than you. Unless they're going to spend most of their money on you and you're their priority as far as impressing you. If they can impress you financially or just do the things that you need a man to do, like paying the bill, not asking for anything, and making your life better and improving it in every way, wonderful. That's what you need. You don't need an extra child. Okay. Thank you, Brenda. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to deal with old rich men you feel like they do not play games and have enough energy to chase. Do I just, yeah, ask them straight up. They already know the deal if they're old. Okay. If they're old and you young, they already know you need some money. Just ask them. They say no, they weren't going to do it anyway. Okay. No old man expects no young woman to deal with them without some type of compensation. They already know, or else they're in denial. That old man is in denial of his age, and he needs to be reminded. So ask him what he was doing in the year you were born. What were you doing in whatever year you were born? Then he'll start to go into details, and then be like, "Oh, that's the year I was born." Then he'll feel stupid for sitting there and tell you no when you ask him for some money. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. So you're gonna use that line? I do. What were you doing in 19? Da, da, da. Oh, I was graduating from school. Really? I was just being born. Now give me some money. That always works when you start to put it into perspective. Anyway, I couldn't even talk or walk when I was first born. What was you doing? Oh, you already had a job. You was a manager where? That's the problem. Then I tried playing dusty games with old providers and didn't ask them. Yeah, you're supposed to ask them old people right away. If you don't ask right away, they think you like old people or something. Like, they know the deal. They're old enough and wise enough to know why you there. If you don't act on it, then that's your problem. They're gonna take advantage and deal with you as long as you can, for as long as they can, for free, unless you open your mouth and tell them what you need. If they can't do it, they can't do it. On to the next. They'd be like, well, she was too shy to ask, so I guess I saved some money. You better talk. You said what? You're dating a YouTuber and he's blowing up right now. He follows back every female sub. That's he trying to build his money, girl. All right, if you're gonna date a YouTuber, you gotta be on board, because that's how they get their money. You can't be jealous. You start a YouTube channel yourself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, what you doing? That's how they get their money. You got to be on board. Like, all right, that's what he do. That's what you got to be on board with. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. When can you start asking for cash and gifts, newbie? As soon as possible, but you got to set them up to want to give you the money with the first message. My car is making a lie. Like, my car is making a weird noise. Aunt Ethel called today. She's not doing too well. Then by the time you get on the first date, he'll have all the lore and history of your potential problems to come that he might need to solve financially. But you just need to start setting it up from the beginning. But don't make it obvious. Say it and then change the subject to something else. Talk, have fun, and then, bring it up later when you need that money, like in the first couple of dates. Okay. He already wants you to live at his place after one date. He's 68. I'm 50. He makes $40,000 a month. He said he would take care of me. I don't want to go until he's given me the allowance. How to ask? Send him your Venmo request, or have you and him set up a direct deposit into your bank account, and also have him pay for the movers if you're going to move in. I think that's too soon, but he's 68. He about to croak and die. Old people know what they want, quick, fast, and in a hurry. So I understand at that age, people are ready to live their life before they don't have no life, especially at 68. So I would definitely say, if you're going to move into someone's house, make sure it's their house, number one. Check the deed, make sure ain't nobody else live there. Make sure the house ain't in nobody else's name, because you're going to have to move out as soon as you move in if that's someone else's house. That house could be in his kid's name. Does he have an ex-wife? You know what I mean? So I would definitely make sure before I move into any place, this is just good legal sense. Make sure ain't nobody else name on that house, because you might be moving out as soon as you move in if he croaks or something. You know what I mean? All right. And what about marriage? He's old enough to want to get married. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Asking for that direct deposit and make sure it's a recurring fee every month before you move in with her. He trying to hire a nurse, a live-in nurse. Girl, you better get your money. Thank you, BB. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Get you some money, ma'am. If he doesn't have money, then you're just moving in to keep him company and make sure he wake up every morning and his body is discovered. All right. I'm sorry, that's my morbid thinking. I used to be a mortician. Men don't want to die alone, obviously. Because if he's rushing you to move in that quick, he's scared. He's scared of something. He done seen the Grim Reaper. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not joking either. All right. Where's my eyeshadow? You said dark humor. That's real humor, man. That's the truth. Make sure his health is good too. You might be sitting over there changing some diapers, and you don't really realize. 23, you attract rich men, but they do not provide. Why? Because they don't have to, and you're young, and they're only dating a 23-year-old because they think you're only impressed with the fact that they have money, and that's why they're not dating women their own age, because women their own age expect them to spend. Okay. 23-year-olds just want to party, have fun, make them feel young again. Y'all just want to, that's why you need to have the same mentality as a woman their own age when it comes to spending. So you need to talk to them about, tell them you want to upgrade wherever you live. Tell them you want to upgrade your vehicle. Start putting that a little bit on them, like, especially in the beginning, because they'll do anything to impress somebody young. So just tell them what you want. It's like, you know what? My car, I really want a new car. Can we go to the dealership? Like, look at them like that's normal. Don't act like they're doing you a favor. Just act like that's the norm. Like, hey, you know what we should do today? We should go test drive new cars for me because I really need a new one. If they're rich, why is it a big deal, especially if they're dating you, to go ahead and put that down payment on a new car, or at least take you to a test drive? If you act like it's not a big deal, it's not. If you act like it is, then it is, and they'll try to milk it for all that it is. Okay, thank you, Draco. Once you break emotional connections to Dusty's and take Shira's advice, crazy results. Older provider flying you to Prague next week. Can't believe it. Okay, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, at least you ain't with a Dusty no lies. That's a wonderful thing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Once the dust leaves your life, everything changes, literally. Married, but seeing his friend who lives with us, friend has become entitled. How to walk away without being too harsh. Need help. What? You're married, but now you're dating his friend that lives with y'all. Okay. Friend has become too entitled. How is he entitled when you weren't dating him? Girl, just kick him out the house. Tell your husband that your friend needs to go. It's either you or him. I don't know why people let their friends live with them. That's kind of crazy. Sorry. The friend got to go. Yeah. Have the friend removed from the home, darling. Figure it out. Tell him he got to pay or he can't stay. And if he starts paying, there's your shopping money. Yeah, his friend don't need to be there. That's kind of too close for comfort. What kind of person has their friend living with them and their wife? That's crazy. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, get the attention that you want. We're going to go back to the topic. Okay. We already talked about main character energy so much. So now we're talking about the energy that you give off with main character energy. It's the energy that everything revolves around you in a good way, you know. It's the energy that most people are attracted to because they want to have a similar energy within themselves. They literally want to learn how to live their best life by how you're living your best life. So they're naturally attracted to a woman that has high confidence, knows who she is, knows what she wants, and loves herself on the highest level, and is like super happy with her life as is already, living her best life as is already, unapologetically, because that's what most people want. They want that freedom. They want that lust for life, so to speak, that you have. They may be bombarded in their business, in their life, in their whatever, to be able to have the type of energy and freedom of, you know, living the life that they desire. And you seem to have it. And so they feel like if they hang around you, it's going to rub off on them. So therefore, that's when I tell y'all to go out by yourselves, freestyle alone. Y'all need to have this type of energy that attracts these wealthy men, because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have nobody to spend it on or no one to impress with it and have a lust for life as well, then it's not going to be very fun to have. So most men that have money are looking for this type of woman. You can't be the boring blah doormat. It's just not going to work out. Okay. It ain't gonna happen. You got to look like you already enjoying the life and they want to enjoy it with you and pay for it. Okay. Don't go out in packs. Somebody says, or if you go out in a pack, separate when you get to the destination. Separate. Go. That's what I used to do. Shoot. When I was younger, I used to go out, hang out with a few people, because I like being alone so much, because you get more attention that way and you get more, everything. Separate from the pack once you get out. You started wearing less designers and wear older shoes the way these men started to protect and provide. I will not ever look too rich. That's right, ma'am. You can't look like you already somebody's woman. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Wonderful. Or that you don't need a man. Exactly. Look like you don't need them, but they can improve you. That's the only way that men can literally impress women these days, is by spending money. Gifting and spending money. There's not much else they can really do. So if you look like you're able to be spent on and you're going to be impressed by what they purchase for you, they're more likely to buy you nice things if you don't already look like you have everything. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. If you want to understand this, go to a bachelor's apartment, look at their place or look at their house, and then go to a married couple's apartment, and go to a woman's apartment or house. You're going to see the difference. This is what men seek. They seek what the woman is capable of and bringing into their life. Okay? Color, fantasy, life, energies, not boring blah, bachelor stuff. You know what I mean? No personality, no anything. It's just blah. Very minimum. The women bring the most when it comes to enjoying life. They know how to make everything shine and sparkle and look like it's supposed to look. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, now I'm gonna do my signature liner. It's been a while because I have been not wearing it. I'm gonna paint it on thick today. Oh. It's been so long. Okay, I'll wait for it to dry. So, you like I'm busy and rich. I know that's right. Stay busy, sir. Also, this is Gerard Cosmetics. If you want to get the Gerard Cosmetics kit, it's SheRaSeven's favorite. It comes with all the stuff I'm about to put on right now. The lipstick, the liner, the brush that I've been using, and also the setting spray and the pink powder that I've been using. So, yeah, it comes in a kit in a box that you're gonna get with all my stuff. It's a collab with Gerard Cosmetics and SheRaSeven. So y'all go ahead and check it out. I'm gonna link it here. But yes, this is Eternal Liner. And you can get the whole kit. But if you buy everything separate, you can use my code. If you want to add some other products to it, you can use my code Sprinkle to get some money off. Okay. Anyways. So if you go out in a big, large group of women, separate when you get to the destination and go off on your own. Go sit by yourself, go mingle by yourself, go walk around alone. And I'm telling you. Okay. You come from a wealthy family, and when men see this, they don't think I need money. I even pay for them sometimes. How to make them feel like they should provide. Tell them your wealthy family don't give you no money. Lie. And never pay for a man, ma'am. I don't care if you're wealthy or not. Okay. Lie, say they don't give you a dime. You got to earn your way. Then cry and fake cry about it, and they'll pay. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. You would like another child provider husband. 49 is on the fence. Is it pick me to still want another one, or should I let go since he's not 100% into it? I don't know, ma'am. How is he rich enough to afford another child? And are you healthy and young enough to still bear children and enjoy life at the same time? If you really want a child, if he sleeps with you unprotected, then so does he. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just tell him you're going off the pill or whatever form of contraceptive that you use. Tell him you're not using it anymore. And if he engages in any type of activity, then he wants a child. If he doesn't want another child because he's old, and you do, well, why would you sacrifice what you want for a man? It's supposed to be sacrificing for you and giving you what you want. Isn't that right? Mm-hmm. Remember, it's up to us women to bring women. I mean, it's up to women and to bring life onto the planet. So if he doesn't want to contribute, then he'll be abstinent. He ain't gonna want to sleep with you no more because you ain't, the risk is too high to have another child. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. The risk will be too high if he rolls around on the mattress with you. So get off all of your birth control and don't use any contraceptives. If you trust him, anyway. And if y'all make a baby, y'all make a baby. If not, it wasn't meant to be. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's a miracle. Right? Anyway. Okay, y'all can get this wing liner in my Gerard Cosmetics She's Favorites. Okay, it's this one right here. Definitely, I'm gonna link it. Get the whole set. You're gonna get the lipstick, the powder. If y'all just want to buy it separately, use my code SPRINKLE on their website, and you can get 20% off. So Gerard Cosmetics, I just linked it. It's also the first link in the description. So yes, I'll get it. If y'all don't want to buy the whole set with the lipstick, the powder, and the setting spray, just buy the liner alone and put in code SPRINKLE. Like when it comes to the discount code, just put in SPRINKLE. And you should get a little discount. With the whole set, you're gonna love it because that's like my signature. Anyway. Okay, another thing, fragrance, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I'm old, right? I'm older. And when I wear certain fragrances, I get compliments by young men, old men, all age, right? I know it smells good if a young man gonna compliment me, okay? And what I've noticed, it was a clean, fresh, bougie smell that I got complimented on the most. Okay. Not a heavy, because I think people's, especially in the summertime, not a heavy floral, but a sexy, fresh, clean, crisp, bougie smell. Okay. And the one that I was wearing, it was a dupe for Jo Malone, Salt and Sage or something like that. I wore that. I did not think that was going to get the reaction that I got. I don't know why. It's like Salt and Sage. I don't know. It's good. They even make a dupe for it by Dossier called something Sage. I don't know. I have it over here. So let me look. But this is what I have. Oh, Woody Sage is the dupe for it. And oh my gosh, I like it. I don't know why, but I get a lot of compliments on this one. First goal met. Thank you, Conscious Fit Nurse. Okay, your first goal met. Got one hype to see me, and then said my manager offered you 500 in overtime. He said I'll cover that. Then was in the bank a few minutes. I couldn't wait to tell you. Setting more goals for the others. Thank you. All right, ma'am. Get your money, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know that's right. Yeah, sometimes all you got to do is just tell them what you need and they'll deliver. Ask. Just ask, ma'am, or let them know what you need. And if they were trying to impress you, they're definitely going to tell you yes. Men that want to impress you, that's a good sign that they're going to be a provider as well. Not impress you with words, but impress you with action. So many women ask me, what is a sign that they're going to be a provider? That's a sign when they start to when they use action versus words, when they impress you with actions versus words. That's a good sign. He likes you back, but won't do anything, no effort. Then he don't like you enough. And who cares? If they're not taking action, they don't like you enough. You don't want somebody that barely likes you. Now, do you? They're supposed to like you times 10, which means they'll get up and go do something about it. Now, ain't that right? Okay. Low effort means they don't like you. Okay. Low effort means they do not like you. They like you, they're gonna do the most. Now, usually, sometimes when you want someone to like you as a woman, you got to be what they're looking for. Okay. You got to be the excitement. You got to be the reason they get up in the morning and try to look good, man. You got to be the reason. He likes you back, but won't do. Okay. Yeah. He doesn't like you enough. You got to be the first thing on their mind in the morning, baby. Understand. Go to rich sides of town alone or with female friend. I would go by myself because I like to be by myself. If you go with someone else, split up once you get there, or, you know, don't be so involved in a conversation that people don't want to disturb or approach you with another, like with the person that you're with. So maybe like you could sit next to each other, but turn around. Like if you're sitting, turn around if you're like at a bar, but turn around the opposite direction. You know, don't be so focused on the other person because people think y'all don't want to be disturbed. This is why none of y'all get approached when y'all go out with other people, because people don't want to disturb you. They think you're in, you know, don't want to be bothered. That's why I say just go out alone, enjoy life, suck in the ambiance. Men go out alone. Why? Because they want to get away. Most men out there trying to get away from work, get away from stress, go socialize. Women can do the same thing. Why do you always have to have an emotional support friend? I mean, I understand for safety, but dang. You can use the phone for that. You can text people your location and update them every once in a while. You don't have to have an actual person all the time unless you split up and sit somewhere else or mingle alone for a while and then link back up later. You know what I mean? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you can't afford to go out alone, skip lunch. Or get your work husband to buy you lunch and save your money. I don't know. I need to figure it out. Hey, I know y'all be eating lunch when y'all go to work. I know y'all be paying for food at work. Find somebody to pay for your food at work, skip lunch, save all that money, and use it to go out. And if you look good, you may not even have to pay your tab when you go out. Somebody else gonna step in and pay it or buy you drinks. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, when you have the right type of mentality and attention, men will want to be in your presence. It's an energy thing. I promise y'all. Y'all are not understanding this because y'all are like, even when I was younger, when I would go out, I would see the difference. I would see the difference. You walk into a place as if you don't need anybody or anything, and it's like alluring to a lot of men when you don't give off desperate. And then like most of the women would be desperate in there. And you could tell just by looking at them. I could just literally almost tell. Thank you, BF pulls. Okay, BF pulls away. Your boyfriend pulls away and gets upset and pulls away whenever he remembers that I was intimate once before him. Is his first time. You're his first time. Says that the only thing he doesn't like about me is my past relationship is perfect. Other than that. Tell him he needs to grow up. It is 2025, and any other woman he gets with is gonna have the same or more. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Tell him to grow up. Tell him he's a grown man, and if he can't handle that, you know, that's not your problem. Tell him to go find somebody else. You know, if a man makes you feel guilty about all of that kind of stupid stuff, they're insecure. Okay, say you're a grown man. Grow up. If you can't handle that, then go find a virgin and tell them good luck, because she's probably gonna cheat on you once you roll around for 2 minutes on a mattress with you. If you this insecure. Men you talk to always brag about their emotional effort they put in the relationship, but what matters to me more is the financial side of it, how to kindly point out without offending them. Link the two together. So when he says, oh, I put in a lot of emotion and stuff, it's like, well, women appreciate emotion and action, you know, romance and emotion. It goes together, you know, like flowers and an I love you, dinner, reservations, and, you know, expressing your feelings. It goes together. One thing if you only do one of those things, she may be feeling like you're lacking in the other department. So teach them about balance. Tell them like it needs to be balanced. Like a woman can't focus on her emotional needs if her physical, you know, financial needs aren't met. She's going to be too worried about that. to focus on how emotionally available you are. We don't care. We need some bills paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Like you could be trying to express your feelings, write a love poem, but if I need some money, I'm not listening to you. Okay. You ever heard of and even if I don't need the money, if I just want to see if you're a provider and you're trying to distract me with emotions and love poems, I need to know if you can pay if we get together. I need to know if you're able to provide as a provider, if I get serious with you and take you emotionally serious. I need to know you got some serious, funds to provide. So it goes together. Okay, this smells really good. It's like a spa. It smells like a spa. It's a setting spray by Gerard Cosmetics. It comes with my kit, my SheRaSeven favorites. And the link is in the description bar at the top, and I'll link it again. But this smells like a spa. I love this. Okay. Very bougie. Yeah. So tell them it goes together. I can't get involved with anybody emotionally unless they can afford me financially. That doesn't even make no sense. So tell them. This color I'm putting on is called Ruby Slippers, and it's also in my Gerard Cosmetics kit. If you want to buy it separate, use the code SPRINKLE, and you can also get a discount. Yeah. So, men think doing all this emotional stuff is going to get it. No, they need some money too. They need both. Just like it's equivalent to a man dating a woman that's not super attractive, but they can pay her own bills and doesn't need him to pay. He's still going to go after an attractive woman eventually and try to save enough money by not paying your bills so he can pay her bills. Okay, you get it now? They don't sacrifice for us. Why would we sacrifice for them? They don't sacrifice looks in the look department. My link has a typo. Oh, let me get it off. It does. Let me see. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What's the typo? Oh, thank you, ma'am. I see it. I put an extra R in the 7. Well, the link still works. Anyway, appreciate that. Yeah, it's the same thing as a man only being with the barber, the builder, so he can save his money for the woman he really wants. It don't make no sense. You was engaged, religious, says he's scared of moving too fast, but only after we were intimate. Before deep talks, looks, dates, now casual. That's because he already gave it up, man. The longer you hold out, the more you can get. Okay, men are only about one thing. And once they get it, they know they can get it again, or their confidence level has gone up to know that they can get it with another woman if they want. They don't have to spend as much. They've already impressed you enough for you to roll around on the mattress with them, so they're going to do less. Now, if you had made them invest financially for a long time before they got it, they may continue because now it's a habit, and now they know that they're going to follow their investment. You give it up too quick, it's like fast fashion. Yeah, they don't appreciate it as much. Okay, you go buy something expensive and designer, you're going to appreciate it more than if you can get a cheaper version online in fast fashion. So, and if they have to spend a lot of money on you, they're going to treat you better. They're going to deal with you longer. Okay. You ever notice how, like, when you get an expensive piece of clothing or designer bag or whatever, you treat it better than the cheap stuff that you bought? Same thing. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now let me see. You started dating a millionaire guy. He suggested that we stay at a hotel for a second date, which we strengthened our bond. Girl, so he want to roll around on the mattress with you. How many bills have he paid? Is your credit card debt paid off? Okay. It's like, you know what will strengthen our bond? And hand him your bills. I want to strengthen our bond too, so I'm bringing my bills. I need you to meet someone. Oh, who? Bills. Okay. Second date, they're trying to get it in. Bring your bills. And say, you know what? I just want you to know that I really want to bond with you as well. And I think you should know everything about me, including these bills. So bond with these bills. I brought my laptop. We can go ahead and log on right now and pay them up for 6 months. We can go ahead and get that on the automatic deposit since we want to bond so much. They're that bold. You need to be even bolder. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like, I love the fact that you want to really bond together. I'll bring my laptop. We can watch movies and pay bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We can get on that automatic deposit together. Okay. Like, you're a millionaire. You can roll around on the mattress with anybody on the second date. I'm different. I need you to roll around with these bills. Okay. You said Netflix and bills. Exactly. So if you want to Netflix and chill at the hotel, then Netflix with bills. Somebody said stop giving up the cheeks. All right. Wow. Anyway, a man told you before he cares about building up financially together. Okay, next. He doesn't appreciate women who look for rich men, then he don't appreciate women. For the start, he said a couple should be building up together. He made me feel bad. Girl, tell him to go find a partner then. Say, go find a partner. I'm a wife and a woman. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Whatever it is in his mind that he wants, you're not it. Say, you know what? I'm so glad you said that, because now we don't have to waste any more time. I'd rather be someone's wife and woman than their work partner. Good luck to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like, my definition of a man is someone who already has everything and then brings his woman into it. I would like a man to add to me instead of take away from me. So if that's not you, then thank you for letting me know. He's trying to take from you. You're not building anything together. He's supposed to build that stuff up by himself already. What's he lacking? Why can't he build for himself and then bring you into it? He wants you to help build him for another woman. That's what he's asking you to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Houston Rose Gardner. I appreciate that, girl. This man has the audacity to bob the build and have you be Barbara the Builder on his back. On your back. So when a woman sees the big house that he has, the nice car that he's driving, says you going 50-50 with him, he thinks he's the man, and the other woman thinks he's done that on his own. He's going to take all the credit. No, thank you. I don't want to build with no man. Either he got it or he don't. Tell him to go find Barbara the Builder. Well, you sound like you belong to Barbara the Builder, sir. I'm not her. I am the goddess. I am the queen. I am the princess. Call me when your kingdom is built and wonderful. Otherwise, go find your workers. Can't do it. Won't do it. If you look too good to do it, then tell them, I'm sorry, I look too good to be on the construction site building with some grown, able-bodied man. Call me after your first divorce. Okay. Call me after you and Barbara the Builder divorce. I'll see you then. You said you in construction, you still ain't building with them, man. Exactly, ma'am. So you know what? After your first marriage fails from you building off of another woman's back, then call me. But I ain't gonna do it. It's not worth it. And they can't make you feel bad for having high standards. Only you can make yourself feel bad for believing that a grown, able-bodied man wants to barber the build on your back and make you think it's okay. Okay, no thank you. I would have made him feel bad. I was like, you know what? If you need help from a woman, go ask your mother. And when you got it done, call me. If you want a woman to help you with something, you'll never get the respect from her either. Because I'm starting to feel like I can't respect you just from the words that came out your mouth. I can only imagine how it would feel if I had to give you half the money at rent or mortgage time. I would feel disgusted. I wouldn't even be able to roll around on a mattress with you if you asking me for money. So it ain't ever gonna work because I will no longer be attracted to you if you asking me for something. You know, it will be gone. You said S should be free. It should be, but it ain't. You know what? Food should be free. Water should be free. Electricity should be free. But when all the bare necessities aren't free, then neither is S. Okay? When you can make water free, gas free, electricity free, then maybe the other stuff will start to be free too. Okay? But since the world is not a fair place, I'm sorry to tell you that ain't free either. If you got to pay for water, then why should you expect sex to be for free? It ain't. You got to put in work. You got to put down a deposit. Your credit got to be good, just like they need you to have for the water bill. Okay? The audacity. I agree with you. A lot of things should be free. I totally agree. Water, lights, it should all be free, but it ain't. And you ain't complaining to them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This literally smells like a perfume. Oh my gosh. Okay, the Slay All Day setting spray and the green tea smells like an exotic spa perfume. It's like, smells like a spa. Y'all need to get this. Get my whole kit, y'all. Because this is nice. Get the whole kit. Get the whole kit. That's what everything I have on: the liner, the lipstick, the powder, the green tea spray, and the little brush. That's what I'm rocking today. All right. Get that. Especially now, yeah, fall is like a month away. You're going to want a good red lip. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said death not even free. It ain't, because you still got to pay to die. Somebody got to pay for you to die properly. See? So he thinks it's supposed to be free. This is the audacity that these men have. It's supposed to be free. It's not. Sorry to tell you. Who lied to you? It ain't free. Only Pick Misha's giving it out free out of desperation. Okay? And y'all don't even want it from her. Y'all will take it, but y'all don't want it. You see the difference? Y'all will take free S from any woman, but y'all don't want it from them most of the time. Not long term. Y'all don't want to invest in it. Y'all just want to see what y'all can get for free. Wonderful. So, no. Your time ain't free, is it? When you go clock in to work, that's not free. If you got to deal with something that's trying to take from you instead of give to you, that's not free. Okay. Should I do the lashes? I don't know. That might be too much today. You said I was more empathetic and motherly? Girl. Until people lost common sense. People were smarter back then. Now they dumb. I blame social media and AI for dumbing people down. Back then, when I was nicer, people were smarter. I didn't have to be so rude. But now I feel like people need that stern voice to wake them up. I'm serious. Sorry. I was trying to be nice. But when people keep asking dumb questions, I mean, there's only so much. Okay. It's amazing how the common sense and the IQs drop after more technology is introduced. It's pretty sad, but you know, it is what it is. You said, what if they just want to hook up and they're paying? Well, should we give in? If that's what you want to do, if that's your goal, then by all means accomplish your goal. If you're trying to be there and collect as much as you can for as long as you can, don't give in. Okay, because think about this. If you didn't give in and they move on to the next chick, they're going to circle back around. You could charge them a re-entry fee and they can try again. Then your re-entry fees add up over time. Okay. If they're going to keep circling the block because they couldn't get it the first time, they go and get it from someone else. They come back, re-entry fee. They're going to wonder why you don't want them. Wait, I'm rich, I'm handsome, or I'm rich. I can pay stuff. Why she don't want me? Why she don't want to roll around on the mattress with me? Then you'll become a challenge, or they'll move on to the next chick, and you can milk the next guy out of whatever. You know, if you're trying to settle down into a serious relationship, no man is going to rush you to the bed because they're planning on being there for a long time. So they're going to meet your standards. How to overcome lack of attraction to older provider wanting long-term intimate relationship. He is very unattractive. Well, a man becomes more attractive when they pay for stuff. So has he paid all of your debt off? Let me tell you, are you debt free? Is your credit good? When he takes you to the dealership and he pays off all the credit cards and he puts a down payment on something for you, like a piece of property, he's going to start to look better and better the more he spends. So the goal is to get everything you want out of him first. Then go look at him, see what he's looking like, okay? Because if he's not doing the most for you, he's going to stay ugly, okay? It's just like the cartoon and the Disney movie Beauty and the Beast. He was hideous at first until he started doing all this stuff for her, being nice, Then he grew on her. So a man has to grow on you in order for him to start to look somewhat attractive, which means he got to be spending that money. He got to make your life easier. He has to prove himself worthy of you by doing everything you need him to do. Okay. He's never going to be attractive enough to you unless all your needs and wants have been met. Then when you look at him, you're going to see more, not just what he looking like. Okay. Make sure he has done all those things for you. Because a lot of times women only see the outside appearance before the man has done anything for them. I would think they were gross and ugly too until everything in my life has been solved financially. Then they're going to start to look good. They're like, my man. You're going to start calling him your man. That's my man. Why? Because look what he's done. You know? And even though he ain't the cutest thing in the world, he's going to be cute to you for doing all those things you need and want. It's going to be cute when he put a house in your name, a business in your name, or to give you some new credit cards with no limits. Yes, if he's not paying, he's not staying. Thank you, Kaya. Sprinkle. So make sure he's doing the most for you. Then he'll start to look better. Okay. If he hasn't done enough, he's not going to look good. You said money is not everything. It's not. But when a man truly invests in you and puts you as a priority, that's also how he feels about you as well. Okay. A man can lie to you and tell you all the words you need to hear and do the exact opposite. But if there's no action behind the words are meaningless. Okay. So money is how men prove themselves. worthy. Money is how men impress women enough to show that they care enough to do all the things that they need to do in order to make a woman feel appreciated and valued. Okay? Because what else are they going to do? Sit there and hold your hand and tell you that what you want to hear? Or are they going to show you? How to be more approachable when you have poker face. Smile and act like you're enjoying your life on the highest level. And that's very, that energy is very attractive to people. Okay. A married man who has sent you money before took out an Amex card and said he was going to give it to me to buy what I wanted, then changed his mind because he said, I don't like him. What should I do? So this is a game that men play saying, now he wants you to chase and beg him for that card. It's like, oh, don't worry about it. But that was so nice of you to offer. But just the thought was nice enough. Okay. Now he's like back at square one. I was going to give you this card, but you don't like me. Well, thank you so much. That was so sweet and kind of you to offer. I'm sorry you feel that way, but I can tell that your heart is really good. It was in the right place. Then leave it like that because he wants you to chase. He wants you to beg for that card that he probably was never going to give you anyway. So act like the card is no big deal. You could have got it from somewhere else. You might already have somebody else's card. He don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Some of y'all got 3 people's cards in y'all's wallet right now. Okay, you just met a live stream supporter friend for the first time, brought dogs to meet at park. He said, I look better in person. How do I have him spend on an app? By sending him the link. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Say, it was so nice to meet you today. Your dog is so cute. I really enjoyed my time with you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And then like send him a picture, but have like your Cash App like written on the bottom of it. Like maybe something off of your social media and then just have the little caption like I have on mine. Let's see what he do. He spent $4K in 2 months. I said, I want to quit. $3K a month to be girlfriend. Okay. You brought it up and he said yes multiple times, but he hasn't given me the money. Okay, send him a link to your direct deposit. Send him a PayPal invoice that reoccurs every month that he has to click on. Sometimes we got to do our part in it as well. We need to set up where it's easy for them just to click on the buttons. Okay. We need to have our links in order. We need to have our, PayPal links in order. If you have a PayPal business or if you have a PayPal business account, you can literally send invoices to people. You can literally send them, requests for money each month. You can literally have them log on, like bring your laptop over there wherever, when that next time you see them and have them log on to his bank account and have you put in as automatically deposit every month. Take the initiative to give him the links because he's talking, but he might not know how to go about it. Or you might be too lazy. So make sure the links are in place. When the links are in place, it's hard to say no because all he got to do is click the buttons and type in the information. Do I believe in matchmaker agencies, the top level ones? I don't really, for me, I would have to be like at a really desperate situation to where I can't attract anybody in my life worthy to go in for matchmaking. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a better judge of character for what I want and what I require than anybody else, And if you're like, this is just my opinion. If a man is looking for a matchmaker, he could look for a matchmaker the next day or a different one at the same time. Like he's treating women as if they're objects. That's why I don't like dating apps. Because if you're looking for a mate and he's looking for a woman, he's treating women like I'm looking for an object, like on a shopping website. That's what dating websites are, shopping for women. Now, if you're in person and a man sees you and he likes you naturally, and I feel like it's better that way, but if you're going to go through matchmaking, is it really like Just think about the arguments later on in life. You had to go through a matchmaker to find a woman. Well, you had to go through a matchmaker to find a man because don't nobody like you in real life. You just look good on paper. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have met inorganically. I prefer meeting people for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more, there's more of a connection there, you know, and you can get their money easier when the connection is stronger. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And I don't like, what are you going to say? Okay. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for signing up for the matchmaker company. Wow. They matched us. Like, it's like two people in an experiment. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It's almost like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say it because I don't think I would ever do it. Like, I don't care enough to do it. If you don't like me, if you can't walk up to me, if a man doesn't find me, then it ain't meant to be, baby. That's how you got to feel about it. Do you believe in matchmaker agencies? No. Unless both of the people that are trying to find a mate have zero time and are too busy with life, and literally they're just trying to go on a date and eat dinner with somebody. That's not beneath them. I don't think it would turn into anything long term, but it could be something fun, but I wouldn't do it. Okay. You say it's like searching through the clearance rack. Exactly. Okay, so get the attention that you want. Yes. Take care of your health. And let me tell you why. If y'all got bad habits, drop them now. Okay. If y'all have bad habits that are going to lead to bad health, drop them now. Let me tell you why. Because when you get old, and let's say you get married, you get old, you get sick from all your bad crap that you've done in your past. Most men aren't sticking around. I'm going to repeat that. Did y'all hear what I said? Most men ain't going to stick around. They're going to be out. It's very common knowledge that most men don't stick around if women become terminally ill. I used to work in the funeral industry. I know. So drop your bad habits. I'm trying to tell you. If you sitting over there doing the most, eating bad, smoking cigarettes and drinking too much, okay, your rude awakening later on in life may be very unexpected. One of the old married providers does not like me dressing classy and wants me to wear short dresses. Do I do it if he is generous? Girl, he already got a wife. He ain't looking for a wife. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So when you run into guys like that, they're not looking for wives. They're looking for the other things. Okay. So maybe if you want to, that's up to you as an individual. Maybe just when you're with him, but when you're not with him, dress however you want. Maybe you could find a classy short dress. Compromise. Yeah. So yeah, another thing, like the less bad habits that you have, the more attractive that you are to men, especially for marriage. That's another thing that women don't realize. Your bad habits also may stop you from being approached. Your bad habits may also stop you from getting a ring. Not saying that's your goals, but that's also what deters a lot of people from. And also, like, if you're going to raise children, like if they want to see you as a future wife, they don't want someone that's with a cigarette hanging out their mouth holding a baby. Okay. They may sleep with you. They may roll around on a mattress with you, but that also may be a bad look. Or they may not want to introduce you to their family fast, if that's what you want, if you had bad habits. Okay. So drop the bad habits if you want a better chance at certain lifestyle or certain types of men. And it's good for your health anyway. You drop them bad habits, you're going to live longer and look better anyway. Okay? You're going to live longer and look better anyway. And that's what you want. What if they try to manipulate you by saying they like you because you're not materialistic like other girls? It's like, but I am. And you still like me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what I say. It's like, you know what? That is so sweet that you said that, but I literally am like one of the most materialistic people ever. And you still like me. Correct them. I just haven't shown it yet because I don't think that you can afford me. I'm just being nice. You seem like a good company. And I was trying to figure out how to break the news to you. Oh, this may be our last date. Tell them that. You know, you're saved under my number as free food. It's like, oh, but I am very materialistic. I just didn't think that you had enough money to afford me. You're free food on the roster. All right, anyway. You say he's giving you a credit card. How should you act with it? It's the first time I get a card from a man. I don't know how old you are, but I would definitely. And look, this is what I say. Some women are ready, some women are not for owning their own business, like an online business, a TikTok shop, something. If you're not ready for that, use the money wisely. Only purchase things that increase in value. Maybe you can pay your bills with it. But also, if you're going to go buy something, make sure whatever you're purchasing increases in value. Because a lot of women always complain about how they don't get cash or how they can only use the credit card. And I say you can start a whole business with a credit card. You know what I'm saying? You can open an online shop, a website, get you a domain name, get you a TikTok shop, or buy the inventory, have a drop shipper ship it off all with a credit card. And that can bring you actual cash at 100% profit. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So for example, y'all see all them people on TikTok shop. They have they're selling makeup, perfumes, hair products, wigs, jewelry, whatever you're going to buy in bulk or wholesale. And you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars. You can make thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? So on his credit card, 100% profit. And you can, every time he pays the credit card off every month, buy more inventory. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What would be a game if you want to find an old provider in top level country club, but is a member there? How to do it? Look cute, play dumb. Dress cute, play dumb. Dress cute, play dumb. Make eye contact. If men love to teach women, so get around them, whichever one that has the money. You know, go to all the little social events, go find out what they're doing, and then be in the proximity, but just proximity is what you need. What would be a game? Yeah, and you would be dumb, play dumb, and they'll try to correct you. Or, if you're speaking loud and they can hear you and you're going to obviously say something incorrect so that they can butt in and correct you. Men love to correct women. Play against their own ego. You know what? I heard that. Da, 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 da. Make sure it's obviously wrong, and he might know the answer, and then he'll be like, "Oh, that's not right." But da da da. And men love to teach you and correct you. That's how you get him to start talking to you. Say something obviously wrong in front of him that he knows the answer to. Okay. People say you look depressed. What you do? Girl, smile. Wear happy color clothing. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your clothing is bright. If people say you look depressed, maybe arch your eyebrows a little bit more so you can look like this, like a villain a little bit more, then they'll just think you're up to something. Smile more, get you some highlighter. You know what I'm saying? Brighten your face, glow. Depressed people don't glow. We both go live. Okay, we both go live and gift each other on the live streams. How do I get more from him? We flirt and plan to breed our dogs, but only give hugs. Okay, so he's gay or he's your bestie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is he gay or he's your bestie? Because he doesn't see you like that. Let me tell you why. Men that really like you, they're gonna do the most for you. You ain't gonna have to flirt with them. They're gonna be all over you. They're gonna try to impress you from the beginning. They're going to jump on it. Okay. You're not gonna be guessing. How to sneak into private country club bar eatery. Sneak. Get a guest pass. If you know someone that goes there, they can probably get you in. You can work there. You could pretend like you're part of the entertainment. I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You could go in as a business and hand out your information, ask to speak to the manager of the club and see if they can use your business or whatever. So like you could be a solicitor. You got to figure it out, man. You could pretend like you want to interview them for, okay, I want to be a country club manager. Can I interview you for my school? Okay. Stroke their ego. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Nimia. They'll give you a whole tour. Excuse me, I really want to do this when I grow up. Or I'm thinking about this as a career choice. Would you mind if I came in and interviewed you and for a vlog that I write, or just make it up? Yeah. Stroke their ego. They'll be like, sure, come on in. They'll give you a tour of the place. They probably give you a free pass. This is what you really want to do. Do your little research before you go in. Ask them what they had to go to, what kind of degrees they got, all of that. And then you'll just be in. Befriend the manager. Thank you, Mel. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. So for the lady that was asking about going back and forth and gifting all, you know what? Just understand, if he wanted you, he would have let you know. Okay. There, people don't dilly-dally when they see something they want, baby, because they are going to lose the opportunity if someone else steps in. So anyway, I need to wrap this up because I got stuff to do today. I totally forgot. So get the attraction you want by having the energy of someone that is going to make other people's lives better just by their presence alone. And this is how a lot of men, determine the type of woman they want to approach. Okay. Don't give off desperate energy. Give off energy that says, if you're in my presence, your life will automatically feel like an adventure. It will automatically be better. It will automatically be more entertaining. It will automatically just improve just by me being in your presence. That's the energy you want to give off. Okay. All right. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all soon. Thank y'all, everybody who donated. Also, if y'all are going to shop Gerard Cosmetics, get my kit. You get the lipstick, the eyeliner, and all that stuff. I think it's at half price, actually. And if you want to buy stuff separate, definitely use my code Sprinkle, and you can get I think it's 20% off if you use my code Sprinkle. I need to fix my eyebrow. If you buy the items separately, or if you add other items to your cart besides my kit, You can also get 20% off of those items if you use my code SPRINKLE on Gerard Cosmetics. It's also the first link in the description bar of the video. So I definitely appreciate y'all. And shout out to Gerard Cosmetics for collabing with me. I appreciate that too. And if y'all want to ask me personal questions or no one can see, definitely join my Patreon. Tier 2 and up, you'll be able to ask me questions in the messenger, and I will definitely answer you back within 1 or 2 days. So I'm going to link it here. It's SheRaSeven journaling group. And I usually answer them every night or every other night. Sometimes in the morning, first thing when I wake up. Just depends on my mood. But that's how you can definitely get in touch with me. Also, if you join the mail out tier or the VIP tier, you'll get a written card or a letter from me every month. And also you'll be eligible for possible 10-minute consultations for an additional cost. I've already done one. I said I was never going to do consultations again, but I figured if you're an exclusive member of my Patreon and in the mail out tier, then I might can spare, 10 minutes with you. Since I know you're a devoted sprinkle lifestyle person, I literally won't be wasting my time with you because you're devoted to the lifestyle if you are a VIP member. So definitely check it out. Okay. I'll see y'all soon. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. You said I can spare. Time is energy. Time is money. Come on. Sprinkle. Thank y'all. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all one thing. Hold on, let me read some of these before I go. I saw something funny. Somebody said you look like a serial killer and really cold, but you have a cute face. How can I? Who is you hanging around? What type of man are you hanging around saying that you look like a serial killer? You out there looking like Wednesday Addams, ma'am? Sprinkle. I would just take it as a compliment. I said, well, they say most serial killers are very attractive and charming. So I'm taking it as a compliment, darling. All right, I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.